the kids are getting ready to go trick-or-treating.
And here with some tips on keeping your kids and your pets safe is parenting expert Erica Katz. Thanks very much for being with us.
Thank you.
And unfortunately, in the news, we do cover stories about missing children, abducted children. Safety has to be the top priority, right?
Absolutely. So I recommend you make your own map, which is really easy if you live in an apartment building, because then you can say what apartments to go to. Or if you're in a suburban neighborhood, you can map out where to go. But also we have a great app called Mama Bear. And the nice thing about this, you can put into your child's phone where you don't want them to go. And so then you get an alert if they actually go there. Also, if they're in a place that they don't feel comfortable, they can just send you a text that says, "Mom, come get me." And it just presses a button and it comes right on your phone. And I actually looked at my just now, and my son is walking to school.
Cool.
Isn't that amazing?
That's great. What age do you recommend kids? I mean, kids want to go trick-or-treating by themselves. I don't want to see them by themselves, but in a group. How old do they have to be?
Well, I definitely wouldn't do it before 12 years old. And if you are going to let your child go trick-or-treating by themselves, maybe there's one adult chaperoning present, or if it's in your apartment building, it can be okay. Suburban neighborhoods, I really don't like the idea of kids, because you're going to somebody's home and you just really don't know.
It's the cars, too.
And the cars can hit the kids.
You know, and that's why you talk about visibility is so important.
Yes, so important. So I want to have something fun. So I put on this great glow-in-the-dark nail polish.
Look at you.
And we have all these different colors, which is great. And then we have lip tattoos, which would look good on you.
Why don't you put your hand there so we can see that Jody does not have a manicure. is in need of one, very much so. But you have this beautiful orange color, so that can be part of the fun, and it also makes
part of the costume. So then we also have lip tattoos, and these are actually pretty bright if you put them on your lips.
So a headlight sees these, they're going to see things moving, and that's sometimes all a driver needs to see to know to slow down.
Right, and then if you have a son, I don't know if you've ever seen LeBron James wear these, but my son loves these bright glasses, and so boys can wear those. And again, a driver can see your child if you're wearing bright things.
Although, should the child be wearing shades after sunset?
Well, they could put it on their forehead or something.
Well, it's all about reflective stuff and bright stuff, and also with a little bit of wet weather, you have to factor that in. You're a big fan of comfortable shoes, too.
I am. You know, when we go trick-or-treating, of course, every girl wants to wear those fabulous boots, but they're not very comfortable. So I recommend wear comfortable shoes, and if you're going to be outside, you want to wear a coat because it's cold outside. And then when we get into the costumes, you want to make sure those costumes are age appropriate. Yes, it's great to have a great costume, but you don't want to be too sexy or too provocative, because you are going to people's homes, and safety is the #1 concern on Halloween.
You know, when I was little, some people would, like, invite you in and, like, play a game, and I think it was, like, little old ladies that would do that at the time, but I thought it was weird, and they would try to guess what you were. Is there, like, a rule on that nowadays?
I always tell my children, do not go into somebody's home. It's just, it's a bad idea. There's really no upside to it. I mean, maybe if it's your best friend, it's okay, but into strangers' homes because they say they have a haunted house, I would recommend against it.
I think it might have been a generational thing where in their era that was done that way more.
Perhaps, but I don't think it's a good idea.
All right, I don't think so either. Okay, how about the bags that they carry?
Yes, so have you ever been trick-or-treating and those bags break or they have strings? It drives you crazy.
I have.
Well, I found this great bag, and it's made of felt, and there are actually 4 huge bags of candy in here. But what I like about this bag, too, is once it's filled up, it's time to go home.
Yes.
Which I think is a key for parents. And I like that it's not going to break, no strings, so it's a really fun bag.
Yeah. Apparently somebody really likes Snickers as well.
And there's something else I wanted to tell you about costumes. I actually don't think that these masks are a great idea that impede the vision, especially if you're outside, because you want to have your peripheral vision in case the car comes. And then I also don't like a lot of props like weapons and things, because if you've ever been around boys and they have those weapons and they're all together and they're all sugared up from the candy and they start fighting, it's really not a great idea.
Right, and they can scare pets. So we want to talk about pet safety as well.
Yes, we do. So here we have Zoe.
Zoe.
And she's so beautiful in her orange costume.
Hello,
and what you want to make sure with a pet costume,
well, she knows her camera.
Yes, she does.
She's a smart dog.
So what I like about this costume is that it fits the body. There's nothing hanging down. It's non-toxic, so if she chews on something, she won't choke on it. But you don't want to leave your pets unattended. You want them on a leash, and you want them to have something bright on.
And she's warm.
Yes, she is. And then we have that collar there, which is nice and bright. And whatever you do, please do not feed pets candy.
Especially chocolate for dogs.
It's toxic. It can be lethal. It's really terrible. So we have these really fun treats that you can get at pet stores nationwide. And those are bats. And then we have these skulls there. You can even make some at home. And they're rawhide, and I bet my Zoe here will love them.
Here's the other thing, too, with pets. You know, the doorbell's going to be ringing off the hook. They're going to be freaked out.
Yes.
So you may want to just find a designated spot in the house where they feel comfortable and
And
safe.
also, you don't want them biting a child,
No.
which could happen even with the sweetest dog. And some children are allergic to pets, or they might
Yeah.
be frightened. So it's really good to keep them out of the way.
Or I've had dogs that will growl at someone who's strangely dressed because they think you're suspicious and they're
I
protecting
think it's
you.
a zombie.
I might too.
Thank you so
Celebrate
much.
stuff.
Erica Katz with the dog.